Alright, now let's turn the heat up on this weapon review. We're moving into the firearms, and as usual, starting with the pistols. The first one is the G19 Handgun, a 15-shot 9mm handgun known for its compact size. Made from an extremely durable resin, it is used by armed forces worldwide. Alright. So the location of the G19, it's actually mandatory that you're gonna get it. You can't avoid it. But in the whole beginning section, before you meet Carlos and everything, you find it in this alleyway, and it is required to pick it up.
Sorry.
Short little cutscene along with it, which is nice. Followed by an enemy. But you do not have to engage this enemy. So here it is in game. Nice, nice, nice. They do bring back custom parts from Resident Evil 2 Remake, and the G19 is one of those with multiple custom parts. The dot sight, a custom part for the G19 handgun, adds a sight to allow for more precision when taking aim. Extended magazine, a custom part for the G19 handgun, holds additional bullets, allowing for 33 shots before reloading. Alright. And then the moderator, a custom part for the G19 handgun. In addition to dampening sound, it also tightens the firing pattern for greater chance of dealing critical damage. So this increases critical headshots, apparently. Alrighty. So the location of the dot sight custom part for the G19 handgun is located in the drugstore safe, up here. And the combination for this is 937. Alright, and there's the dot sight. So the location of the extended magazine for the G19 handgun, it's actually a drop from Nemesis. It's his first drop after you complete the substation sequence and facing all of those drain demos. Once you come back through this alleyway or whatnot, you burst through the wall, and you have to damage him just enough. See, I'm cheating right now. I'm using the rocket launcher, but it's just for the purposes of this weapon review. And there's the drop. It's a supply case, and if you open it up, there's the extended magazine for the G19 handgun. So the location of the moderator custom part for the G19 handgun is actually Nemesis's second drop, which you'll come upon when you go through the donut shop, and this little cutscene plays out. But there's his second drop. And check it out. And there's the moderator for the G19 handgun. And as I said in the introduction of the weapon review, I am gonna showcase the weapon with every possible combination of the custom parts, but I'm only gonna do the enemy testing, first with no parts, and then with all parts. And also you notice in here, I got a bunch of ammo as I stockpiled through the game, and I got a bunch of gunpowders. And this is because I wanna do something that I didn't do in the last review. I wanna show you guys the most amount of ammo you could make for each type of ammo, like the most you could possibly get in the game, because I made sure to cover every room and pick up every item, so I have like all of the gunpowders you could get in here. As you notice, I also have this little thing. It's called the Crafting Companion. This could be purchased in the game store. As the description implies, it increases the amount of ammo gained when crafting. So when I make ammo with this thing in the inventory, it'll make even more ammo. So check it out. I'm gonna show you guys just how much ammo we can make. This is the most amount of handgun ammo you can have. 669 reserve ammo. That is insane. All right, so let's go ahead and test the G19 out. Woo! Gotta love the reload. All right, now let's test the G19 handgun with the dot sight attached to it. Okay, so the dot sight does not change the description. It's not really a surprise. But as you can see, with the dot sight attached, the crosshairs zone in much faster. That is its purpose, really. Now to test the extended magazine only on the G19. Alright, so it does change the description slightly, just the amount of shots. A 33-shot 9mm handgun known for its compact size, etc, etc. Alright, so there it is with the extended magazine. Let's test it out. Now let's try just the moderator attached to the handgun. G19. Of course, there's always one custom part that makes your weapon a 2-slotted weapon. And this custom part is removable, as you can see. Alright. Nice. Now let's do the dot sight and the extended magazine. Nice. Alright, now for the dot sight and moderator combined. Alright, now for the extended magazine and moderator attached. Alright, now let's review the G19 with all the parts attached. So here's the full beast. Nice. Alrighty, so that's reviewing the G19 handgun for you guys. So we're gonna test the pistols on a typical enemy, test it on a zombie. Just to let everyone know, unlike Resident Evil 2 Remake, I am gonna return to standard form and shoot only the torso for the most basic damage report. Alright, so it took me 10 shots to defeat that zombie with the standard G19, no parts attached. Now remember, time to kill isn't set in this game, so it could have taken as little as 7 shots, it could have taken as much as 12 shots, based on my own experience in this game and whatnot. Plus, there was a little critical shot in there. Even though it wasn't the head, you saw clearly there was a impactful shot in the middle of that somewhere, and I'm sure that caused a little more damage. So I have to take those into account, and these tests aren't fixed, so just keep that in mind. But I'm gonna go ahead and now test the G19 with all the parts attached to see if there's a damage difference. Interesting, so that test, it took 13 shots to defeat the zombie. So that clearly points out and demonstrates that, one, parts don't seem to alter the damage rate, at least for this gun, and the fact that, yes, the damage is variable. Because that actually took more shots than the G19 without parts did. And that's probably because I did not score a critical any time in that whole sequence. This is very clearly demonstrating the variable damage rates and that these tests aren't very detailed and conclusive, okay? I'm just simply testing the weapon on an enemy, and that's all I'm doing here. Alright, before I conclude, now I'm gonna show firing this weapon after an epic dodge. Or perfect dodge. Alright, so that's gonna conclude the G19 handgun. However, there is one more thing I need to show. Just to demonstrate what the assault coins do. It greatly increases the attack power when held. So yeah, with 2 of them held, it lowered the shot amount to 5 for me. So it nearly cut it in half. So yeah, those assault coins could help you a lot too if you don't want to use overpowered weapons, but get more power out of your regular weaponry. Alright guys, that's gonna definitely do it for the G19 now. Now for the next handgun, the G18. An 18-shot 9mm handgun, customized for Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure service use. Its burst fire mode has been removed to improve its stability, while maintaining a high rate of fire. Alright, Here it is in game, and the G18, unlike the G19, does not come with custom parts. Now let's test it out, as it is a Carlos-only weapon. Alright, so he does fire it faster than Jill fires her G19, and it does sound a little quieter than the G19 too. Alright, so let's test the G18 on a zombie. So I tested that on multiple zombies, and it took between 8 and 14 shots. That's a good range for the handgun, that's about right, at least in standard difficulty. That was a good test, really, to demonstrate the variability in the damage rates. Now I want to perform a dodge animation real quick. That's gonna officially conclude the G18 handgun. Now for the next handgun, the G18 Handgun Burst model. A 33-shot 9mm handgun with a 3-round burst feature. Its quick rate of fire allows it to do a lot of damage in a short time. Alrighty. So the location of the G18 Burst is right after you regain control of Jill for the final time after waking up in the hospital bed. It's right here on the desk, conveniently placed next to some handgun ammo. G18 Handgun Burst model. So here it is in game. Alright, let's test it out with the Burst. You can fire shots individually. And there are no custom parts for the G18 Burst model, so let's go right ahead and test the G18 Burst on a zombie. Alright, the initial test took 16 shots from the G18 Burst to take down a zombie. So far it is the weakest of all the pistols. Considering it has burst fire mode, that is understandable because it trades off fire rate basically for some firepower. Alright people, that is going to conclude the G18 Burst Handgun. Alright, now for the next handgun, the Samurai Edge, one of our favorite pistols in the Resident Evil franchise. This is an unlockable in the store. You could purchase it for 5,600 points. So let's check it out. Samurai Edge, 15-shot capacity 9mm handgun. It's been customized according to Jill's personal specifications. Excellent across the board with exceptional accuracy and firepower. So this is definitely Jill's model Samurai Edge. Alright, so here it is in game. Looks best on her, of course. Test it out. And as you notice, the crosshairs zone in really fast, so this is probably a good weapon for criticals. Has a higher fire rate than all the pistols we tested so far, too. Other than the Burst model G18. Alright, and being an unlockable weapon, there are no custom parts for the Samurai Edge, so let's go ahead and test it on a zombie. Alright, so that took 9 shots to defeat a zombie with the Samurai Edge. It seems that most, if not all, of the handguns have around the same range of damage, but see, with the variable damage rates, you could probably take as little as 6 shots with this thing and as much as maybe 12 or 13. But I want to believe it is more powerful than the regular G19 handgun. So now let's just do the dodge maneuver. All right, nice explosive headshot there. That's gonna conclude this Samurai Edge. Now for the final handgun, the Infinite MUP Handgun. And obviously, this is carried over from Resident Evil 2 Remake. This was the weapon Hunk used in his 4th survivor scenario. So let's check it out. A very well-balanced 16-shot 9mm handgun. Its pinpoint accuracy has led to its adoption by countless militaries. You can find the MUP in the store for 8,000 points. So here it is in game. Let's test it out. So I can tell you guys from experience, this is not a very good pistol in terms of firepower. It's only good because it's infinite, so you don't have to worry about ammo taking up a slot or anything. But other than that, I don't like this very much. You guys can decide for yourself. Let's test the MUP on a zombie. Alright, so it took 15 shots to defeat a zombie with the Infinite MUP Handgun. It's about just as weak as the G18 Burst probably per shot, and I do have a feeling that statistically this pistol does have weaker damage compared to the other pistols, especially the Samurai Edge probably. That's just based on research and whatnot. Yeah, if you want in-depth details on these weapons, just use the internet, it's your best friend. I'm just showcasing the weapons as I like to claim these days. Alright. Now let's show a perfect dodge maneuver and conclude it. Alright, that's gonna conclude the Infinite MUP Handgun, as well as all handguns.